Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello and welcome to another week's episode of Spare Parts Racing. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Taylor.
I'm already getting really sick and tired of you two roasting me before we even started this, so,
Okay, hold on. Everyone
What?
takes turns getting roasted, okay? It's not just you.
I mean, no,
We
it's
all
not.
roast each other.
Yeah, if we wanted to roast Taylor, we could say, who won the Lions-Chargers game?
Ooh,
Who
ooh.
also got destroyed yesterday in their football game? The Jaguars.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay, so don't even start with me. First off, we didn't get destroyed. It was not a good defensive showing. But we still maintained a decent game
They did cover the
to
spread.
the very end. Thank you. We covered the spread. So, honestly,
I expect more of
all
the
this-
Lions, to be honest. They should have killed them.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing effort.
I expected more of our defense. We could have actually won that game if our defense actually showed up, but they
So
didn't.
there.
So
We all lost on football yesterday. Problem solved. Fantastic.
No, my team still won. It was still great for me.
No, you just said you were disappointed and you should win by more, so therefore
But the
everyone's
Argos
upset.
didn't win on Saturday.
Let's shut,
So
I'll
big
go fuck
sad.
shut the fuck up about that right there.
I'm sorry. I don't watch the CFL. I know that it was disappointing.
Yes.
So big sad. I'm not
Yes.
saying like I'm not a fan of anything, so big sad for the Argos.
Not a fan of anything, just, Ferrari and any other.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's my perennial
And the Chargers.
disappointment.
And the Leafs. Wow, it's almost like you like things that suck.
Okay. Look, everybody has a chance, okay? It just didn't go our way this year. That's fine. The Leafs still have a chance to be good. The season just started.
Good one.
Season just started. Stop. Let me beat Delulu.
Yes. You are going to be as Delulu about sports as F1 is Delulu about Vegas this weekend, okay?
Amen.
We'll get
Can't
to
wait
that.
for
We'll
that
get to that.
conversation. Can't
So-
wait for that.
On the docket for today for conversation, we have our, NASCAR season review. We said we'd do that, so we're going to do a little breakdown of, our winners and losers, obviously, of the season. And then we're going to have our preview of, F1 in Vegas, or the pig track. So, and then whatever else we decide to talk about. But yeah.
You're missing the most highly anticipated sporting event,
The Netflix Cup?
the Netflix Cup.
Wait, when's that?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
shit, really? Okay.
Yeah,
At like
tomorrow.
6?
Huh.
Is it
Yeah,
at
something
6?
like that.
Actually, remember that.
It's Pacific time.
That's
I think
live on Netflix?
Live
Yeah,
on
it's
Netflix.
live on Netflix.
You know what? That actually
I'm
is an
not
important thing to watch.
It is an important thing to watch. I'm not sure
It's a-
how
you know
well
what?
it's going to go. I feel like we
Wait.
should take bets on this because
We're-
the
we're-
last
we're-
time that,
This is where we're starting then, 100%.
Oh, what? Netflix Cup?
Sure.
Yeah.
of course,
fine.
the last time that Netflix tried to do something live, it was an absolute shit show. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not the same. Maybe they actually figured their shit out. Who knows?
What was the last thing they did live? I know we talked about this when this first came up as an event, but I don't remember what it was.
Wasn't it like Love Island or some bullshit?
yeah,
like
it was
like you know how they do the end of season reunion finale to see who won? I don't know how you win Love Island, but
No, so it was Love is Blind.
whatever.
It was the Love is Blind reunion.
There's too many of
So
them.
basically, everybody was coming back together and stirring up all the drama again, right? So they decided that last season they wanted to do it live, and it was horrible. Like, it didn't start, I think, until like an hour and a half after the scheduled time to start because everyone was on trying to watch it, and I guess they just didn't think that as many people would watch it. So I'm hoping that they figured their shit out, or they just don't expect as many people to watch it. But
So the best hope is that they figured it out, or they're just doubling down on. No one's gonna watch this anyways.
yeah, it's either one or the other. So I'm hoping that it's just going to be smooth, and we'll have to figure out the Eastern timing for it because I think it's in Pacific time because it's in Vegas.
6 p.m.
Okay, 6 p.m. Yeah, so that would be fun.
What's that for us? 10?
No.
It's
6 p.m. our time.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Because I think it's 3 their time or
Yes.
2, 3?
3 p.m.
3.
their time.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's happening again?
Anyway, so your pairings are Lando Norris and Ricky Fowler, Sainz and Justin Thomas, Gasly and Colin Morikawa, and Albon and Max Homa. Which I think that pair is going to be fun.
That is going to be fun. Do you
Mostly
guys
'cause
have a
Max
favorite
Homa's great.
pairing?
That one.
That one?
That
Sean?
one.
I'll go with Gasly Morikawa. Usually Gasly does pretty well with the Japanese guy beside him.
There you go.
Nice. Ricky Fowler and Lando Norris. Wait, no, I don't like Lando Norris.
Though that is a good pair up.
It is a good
considering
pairing,
it's
though.
the orange team and the guy known specifically for wearing orange.
Mm-hmm.
That's a smart. Someone did a good little bit of research there. Actually,
we'll
can we
have to
bet on this?
Probably. I also had to look up to make
Oh
sure
my God.
Morikawa's background actually was Japanese there, so I wasn't making it racist. Okay, his background is Japanese,
Yes.
so just making sure.
He's American though.
Yeah, he's American.
Mm-hmm. I do like Morikawa as a golfer, though. He is very good.
Well,
The
I
only
think he's
pairing-
the top one of the golfers on the FedEx Cup standings right now.
Yeah, the only one that kind of gave me pause, I was like, Justin Thomas had a terrible, terrible season.
He'd been bad.
He was not good.
Where
So-
is he? Ooh,
And
he's not even the first guy with the name Thomas in the rankings. Oh my God, he is down
Yeah.
here.
He's down there pretty far. And he's paired with Sainz, right? Who's a Ferrari driver, so maybe that tracks.
But Sainz is actually a decent golfer.
Aren't they all decent golfers, though?
Yeah, they
Like
all-
the ones who are
probably,
playing?
yeah.
Like they all play on their off time anyway.
Yeah.
I think the Albon Homa could be the fun pairing.
I think so. Albon is so fun though. He's such a fun guy. I feel like they're gonna be fun to watch.
Well, and if you don't know who Max Homa is, which, this is a racing podcast, you may not. Max Homa, his shtick is to go on Twitter and people send him videos of their own golf swings and say, rate my swing. And he just roasts the fuck out of them on Twitter.
I actually didn't know that he did that. That is so much fun.
Is this event
it's
going to be
hilarious.
live mic and
I hope
so.
I hope so.
uncensored?
Oh, they should just lean into it.
They should.
Well-
I would love to hear the chirps.
Yes.
What pairing do you think is the most fun for chirps? Who will insult you the best?
I just told you, Max Homa.
You said Homa has to do. I think a pairing. I think Norris Fowler is a good pairing. For sure.
Yeah.
Lando is pretty
Spicy at times.
he's spicy. He is good for a good roast.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Signs I feel like is too nice.
I think we should each give a top 3 or just your entire ranking of how you think it'll go. Who wins, who's second, who's last, the whole bit. And then we can come back next week and see who's closest. On talking about a sport that we know, again, or I guess a competition we know nothing about, because I cannot tell you which course this is, and I cannot tell you 4 of these guys'
No
skills
idea.
as a golfer. But it's going to be fun.
Okay, what I can say is I'm going to slate Justin Thomas and Carlos Sainz at the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, how are they playing this? That would also be...
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
the rules.
I don't know anything about this event other than I know it's in Vegas.
There is 2 matches,
Okay.
and then I guess, final match after that.
Are they just playing 9 holes per match?
They're playing 8 holes of match play and some surprise challenges along the way is what is the description.
Okay, so there's
Okay, interesting.
no
There
way
could
you
be
can-
anything then.
there's no way you can accurately bet on this.
Yeah, no way.
The top team from each foursome will compete in a playoff hole to crown a winner. Each match will be a scramble, each player teeing off on each hole. Once they have selected one of their drivers, driver being the club, not the. I was reading that as like they're all drivers. What? Okay, so basically you take whoever's drive and then you go from there playing a scramble. Okay, having the word driver.
Okay, so it's like
Yeah.
best ball scramble.
Yes, that's what scramble is.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like we can't even like, I don't know.
Okay, so your match 1 is Norris, Fowler, Sainz, Thomas. I'm gonna give that to Norris, Fowler. I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna give that to Norris Fowler as well.
Again, like you said, Thomas has been kind of I feel like Fowler is made for these I don't give a fuck situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's also had a good year.
Yes, yeah, that's a good year. So you got Albin Homa and Gasly Morikawa. That'd be a fun one to watch, though.
That's gonna be a fun one. I feel like
I say
think
Gasly.
Homa. No, I think Homa and Albon. Because I think, like, from social media, right? I don't see Gasly out there posting that he's golfing as much as, like, Albon does. Also, Albon is dating a golfer.
Oh, which
So
is
I
why
feel
it's
like
gonna be more embarrassing for him to lose. That's exactly it.
I don't think he's gonna lose. I think he's got a good shot. I would give that one to Homa and Albon.
See, this is my thing with Gasly Morikawa. Morikawa's going to carry that entire thing. And the reason you don't see Gasly posting anything is because he doesn't want people to know how good he is. He's sandbagging the whole time.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Tinfoil hat.
Always. It's a conspiracy, man.
Always a conspiracy.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I'll go Gasly Morikawa versus Norris Fowler. And Norris Fowler wins.
Okay. I was going to take Albin to win against Norris.
Okay.
I would also take that.
So basically, the biggest upset of this is if somehow Sainz and Thomas wins.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. I
Well,
love how that one's...
like, huh?
Yeah, they're going to see this and just be like, those random fuckers in Canada, they doubt us. You know, print the news clippings kind of thing.
They doubt us?
Bring their
They
A game.
hate us because they ain't us? No?
I love that movie, but I can't say shit. Nope.
Fine. Coward.
Nope, not going there. Okay, that's all I got. Anyway, let's hope this is a good event. I would actually like to see more live sports from Netflix, and I've been asking Netflix to get into sports for years.
We'll see how it goes. I am looking forward to it. And to be honest, I forgot about it until we just talked about it. So thank you for the reminder.
So did I. Thank you, Steven.
Oh, one last thing. The hosts for this live event
Oh,
are
gosh.
Bert Kreischer, the comedian,
Oh my gosh.
Joel Dahman, who's another professional player, Kay Adams, who's a sportscaster in the States, and Marshawn Lynch.
Seriously?
Yep.
They couldn't get
Such a
one.
weird pairing.
Couldn't get one racing personality in there.
Will Buxton wouldn't do it?
You know
Wow.
who would have been the? No, they couldn't have got him. That definitely wouldn't have
Who?
worked.
Who?
Lee Diffie,
Who? Yeah.
because
There's
I don't know
probably
who that is.
some conflict
Lee
there.
Diffie does IndyCar, but he's also like
Okay.
NBC's main announcer, and he does everything. Like when the Olympics come on, it's always just like really random listening to Lee Diffie call like a 200-meter race or like a decathlon or something.
No, but you couldn't get Hinch out there? Hinch would be great.
Hinch would have been so good.
He would have.
Hinch is probably going to be there in Vegas anyway.
Yeah, he's already covering the last two races, so
Oh my
just
gosh.
stick him out there, put him in a golf cart with a microphone, and just let him go.
So they got Bert Kreischer.
Yep.
You know who I'd rather see? than Hinch?
Marshawn Lynch?
They should have.
What?
They should have brought Rosberg out there.
Oh my gosh,
That'd be a good one,
no.
too.
But also like Rosberg with like no
Maybe.
limits. Like someone's trying to line up a potty, just walks up beside him. So what are you thinking here? Just put some mic in his face.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so true.
Everything
You're
becomes
good.
Rosberg curse. Talks to a guy in the T block. Next thing you know, he's shanking in the woods.
I feel like this could be really fun, though. It's going to be interesting. We'll have a lot of commentary next week, I think.
Yeah. Considering I actually kind of forgot about this, yeah, I think it'll bring a lot of fun talking points, hopefully.
Probably a lot more fun talking points than the actual Vegas GP.
And any kind of like sport mixing fun events, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, I think they had the right idea here with like kind of mixing their two like sports documentary series. So it makes sense. Like it's a good PR move.
You know what show I also desperately miss in kind of the same sports?
What?
Steven, do you remember Pros versus Joes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Great
As
show.
in like a pro versus the average Joe?
Yep.
Basically, it was a
just
group
like
of like average Joe
people.
people off the street, and they had to beat a professional at multiple different sports.
Oh, that actually sounds like a fun show.
Yeah, it was great back in the day.
Yeah, like when some guy has to go against some linebacker and gain 3 yards.
Yeah.
It's murdered.
Smoked.
Half the time, they're just like, yeah, kicking the shit out of them.
And that's how you get brain
But then
damage.
the real fun part would always be that one randomly athletic Joe who was like high level athlete up until college, didn't cut it fully in the pros, and then just they showed up.
Yeah. Or the best part of that one, because usually it's more American, I guess, population for the average show people. Whenever anything involved hockey and skating,
Mm-hmm.
and they just couldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is kind of a niche thing, really, skating.
it is.
If you think about it. It's weird in Canada because like, a lot of people know how to skate. But then if you go to the States, there's not a whole lot of skating.
Well, they just don't have the infrastructure in the southern states, right?
Yeah.
Like California, I'm trying to remember when I was down there in like 2009, we were asking the friend we were staying with, how many rinks do you guys have down here? And he was like, there's like 8 total. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's 8 within 10 kilometers of my house in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah,
So.
they're everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like where me and Sean play accounts for 4 of that 10. So
That's not wrong. Anyway,
Fair enough.
on that note, move along.
yeah, I'm just thinking 10 was like randomly out of my ass. I think there actually is 10 rinks within 10 kilometers.
Well, you focus on that, Steven.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I need you for the next conversation, so we're going to be talking NASCAR.
Hey,
Yes.
okay. I read comments on Twitter about
God
the
damn it.
season, all right? I prepped.
Just don't read it word for word like you did that one time.
Oh! No, I was looking at the comment section on Jeff Gluck's
Okay.
thing, his poll.
That was it a good race-o-meter poll?
Yeah, well, was it a good season?
I
But I
actually
think
didn't
it's
see that one.
Oh, well, it hasn't finished yet, I don't think, but I was in the comment section just reading about what people thought.
That's fair. And I guess we'll start right there with that question to you guys. Was it a good NASCAR season?
I'm going to go with yes. And I just voted yes on Jeff's poll.
Why do you say yes?
First of all, before you go into that, I will also agree with Steven. I say yes.
Okay.
So we're on the same page here.
Yeah. And as of right now, so are 75% of the people on this poll.
Dang.
So there we go. But I don't know. It was a really good season. You had multiple winners again. How many people did we have with wins? And I mean, it started with a surprise winner right off the bat in Stenhouse winning the Daytona 500.
Yep.
And you didn't really have like someone run away with it through the regular season, right? Like there was
They had hot
Byron getting
streaks.
wins. Yeah, Byron got wins. Truex and Hamlin were consistent through the regular season, which put them up there. Same with Bell. Larson was super strong at the start and faded.
Mm-hmm.
And then even in playoffs, like you had like for your mostly for your round of 8, you had 3 guys outside the cut line to start it, win, and bump guys like Hamlin. I would throw Truex in there too, but he was being put held up by his regular season point bonus at the start of each round. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good season, and part of that is just because it's the playoff format. Again, we've been over it like 40 times. I'm not going to rehash that again. It is what it is. But with what we had, I think it was a very good season.
Yeah. I feel like the 25% that says no are mostly just Chase Elliott fans.
That's
Yes.
what someone said in the comments. They were like, if you're voting no, it's probably because you're a Chase Elliott fan.
I feel bad for not saying that. But yeah, like, it was decent all around. If you look at most of the individual races and stuff, the racing package is good. Asterisks, except on short tracks.
Yeah.
NASCAR's
Right.
going to work on that.
Yeah, that was your consistent criticism throughout the season.
Because the cars just don't have enough power. They really don't.
Yep. But I think at the same time, like, your intermediates did so well. Like, what was it? Spring Atlanta was like in the top 3 of that poll's history in terms of approval rating, or top 2. It was up there in like the 94th percentile.
Yep.
And not that every race was necessarily a top 10 on the intermediate track, but a lot of the intermediates did put on a good show.
Yeah, the intermediates were good. The super speedways were
Speedways.
They weren't terrible. They were actually somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
And you had the experiment for this year of the road street courses going cautionless through its stages. That, I think, was a good thing. Yes, they reverted back for the Roval. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to go on next season. If it's going to continue to be stage cautions, or if we're going to continue with actual regular racing, so to speak. On
I know where my vote is for that. So
stage caution?
No, get rid of it.
I know.
For everything.
You saw some fun experiments like the Chicago street course.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which, what's his name? Shane Van something or other?
Shane Van Gisbergen.
That's the one. A random one-off winner in NASCAR, that is so rare to happen, of like a road course ringer coming in. So, like, all in all, you had a very entertaining season. Yes, you had streaks of certain guys doing very well, but there was no continued dominance. Like, there was no one team winning everything. Like, in the past, we'd see, maybe it's always Hendricks are kind of running up there, or maybe one of the Hendrick cars is going to win. You just kind of know that, or at least fight for the win. This year, you really only had 2 because, again, Chase Elliott decided to, did he break his leg or something?
He went snowboarding, which cost him 6 races, and then there was the one race suspension as well.
Yeah.
So.
However, had Chase Elliott made the playoffs, I think a lot more people would have been pissed off at the playoff format with him not racing the full season. The fact he didn't kind of also works towards the fact that it's a good season.
Yep.
That's fair.
Everything kind of felt pretty legit about it. Like, yeah, you didn't get like your guy who earned it the most being obviously Byron. Technically earned it the most if you were going by the old format. But I don't think anyone's upset with Blaney winning.
No.
Like, I think most people are kind of happy for him. Like, okay, good. Yeah, he got a championship. That's nice. There's not a whole lot of pitchforks out for taken away, doesn't count. Not like a 2021 race of a certain series I'm not going to mention.
Oh, boy.
No, Mikey, that's so not right. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it was a good season all around.
I will, of course, abstain from voting. But I cared more about
Coward.
this season than last season. So that's a step up in the right direction. So maybe next year I will actually watch the races.
I mean, she's not wrong with that, but like, I don't want to give her the credit.
It's a low
But
bar.
every year it gets a little better. So next year I'll actually watch the races. That's my commitment to you both now. And you can hold me to it. And when does it start? January?
Sure.
February?
February.
Okay.
It's always
February.
after the Super Bowl. But yeah. So how do you want to break this down? You want to go individual drivers, guys who you want to talk about, or
Go by team,
go team
like
again?
team and individual driver. That's always the easiest way to do it, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay. What team do you want to start with first? The big fuck ups.
Sure.
Okay, Hendrick Motorsports. Okay, you can't be you can't be one of the top teams in the sport and only get two of your drivers in the playoffs.
Did one of their drivers win? Is Blaney on Hendricks, or is he different?
He's Penske.
Okay, so I understand your point. Yeah,
Yes.
fair.
And you had Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott also. And you didn't bring it home. I see this year as kind of a failure for them.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, so Larson, really good season to start. Sort of just faded through the back half of the regular season. Was solid in the playoffs. Just didn't win it in the final race because that's the thing. He was the closest guy in that round of 4, right? Like he had the best chance outside of Blaney, and Blaney's car was just so good in the long run that he didn't keep up, and he didn't get there. So I'm not willing to mark his season personally down as a failure, right? Like there's nothing else he could have really done to win a championship in my mind, right? Like you don't get a points advantage for being ahead. Otherwise, Byron probably still would have won the championship in the end. So and that's the thing. It's really two drivers did really, really well, and I don't think you can mark it down as a failure. But at the same time, yeah, having 2 cars that were that dominant and only 2 making the playoffs is not good.
Yeah, honestly.
So
that's a team that should have all 3 guys into the round of 8 almost every year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but they have had success the last few years, though.
Yeah.
So maybe your luck runs out, or you get back to the.
Well, and what are the odds that you're going to have 2 drivers have injuries like that at any point in the season, in the same season?
True.
Right? Like, how many times have guys missed races because of freak injuries?
Yes.
So, but it's also disappointing because you look at the owners' playoffs. The 9 car easily made it in. That's partially off of Josh Berry having a second place while Elliott was out. I think that car made the final 8 for the owners' championship, if I'm not mistaken. The car was good. I just don't think Elliott still finished 15th or 16th at the end of the regular season. Or sorry, not 15th or 16th. He was fighting for 15th or 16th and ended up 17th or 18th. He could, if he doesn't miss 7 races, he's there. So he still has the speed. It's just if you don't win with this format, you're not making the playoffs with the parity that's in this series now.
Yeah.
Right? How many guys got in off points? 2?
Yes.
Right? So
but technically, if you didn't have one random win, would have been only 1.
Yeah. So if you don't have a win, you can't get in. And the fact that you missed 7 races and missed by 2 spots, not saying that's good, but I mean, it shows that he does he still can be competitive.
Maybe don't get suspended.
That too. Yeah. So.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Overall, good season for 2 guys. Disappointment for the other 2.
If I'm giving the season for them a ranking out of 10, I'd give Hendrick a 6 out of 10 of the season.
That's fair. I'd maybe go up to a 7, just because you still had 2 guys. The 2 drivers that did get a full season in finished in
top
the
2.
final 4.
Yeah, top 3.
Top 3, yeah. So hard to be disappointed with that.
Fair.
Especially because Ford just came along so well at the back half of the season.
Well, do you want to take it from there?
Yeah, we can go straight to Penske, the guys who won.
Yep.
But even this one's sort of weird too. So like Blaney, obviously, championship was a bit of a disappointing start to the year, right? Maybe not the season he necessarily would have wanted, finishing in the mid pack of that playoff group, but as we said, pretty much every single round, it's just about getting hot at the right time. And he had 3 wins in the or what was it? 2 wins in the last 3 races, or 3 in the last 4, something like that.
Yeah.
So he got hot at the right time.
Yeah.
Can't ask for anything else in that case.
And wins. That's how you do it.
Yep. And it's the opposite of last year, where he could constantly be the second guy, couldn't win.
Yeah. So I would say, all in all, great year for Blaney. Logano, your returning champ, I guess, from last year. Good
season, right? Like he wasn't out of it. I want to see where. I didn't look at where he finished in the
championship?
Winston Cup style points.
Ah.
Would have been 11th. So still lots of points. He just had
bad luck in the first round.
Yeah. Like the car probably can get there. But they were. I want to pull up his race record from this year because
I got it in front of me. What do you want?
I was gonna say he had a rough couple races. I think it was at the start of the season.
It was almost kind of mid, but he went 28th, 7th, 37th, 2nd, 30th, 31st.
Yeah,
6th, 18, 20, kind of in the mid portion of the season. He didn't necessarily have the most consistent of rides.
Yeah, Las Vegas, Bristol, Coda, Talladega, Dover. That section there is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah. But even looking at the playoffs, he went first race 12th, okay, good start. 5th, second race, okay, building the momentum. 34th, 21st, 24th, peter out there, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you really had a good championship challenge. You made the show, and then you really didn't have anything once you got there, which happens, unfortunately.
Yep. Well, but then if you go to a different style, he has a 12th in Las Vegas, an 8th at Homestead, and then a 4th at Martinsville, which would be really good results in a playoff round.
True.
So, again, not a bad season. It's tough to repeat. That's like a 6.5 out of 10 year sort of thing,
For
right?
Logano?
Overall, overall.
For the team?
Oh, I was gonna say mostly for him. The one that's really gonna weigh it down is Austin Cindric with his year.
And that's exactly. I was hoping to go to him next because a lot of people have been saying Bowman shouldn't be at Hendrick anymore because he had a lackluster season.
No, he still had a pretty good year.
Yeah, is the Cindric experiment fucking dead?
This is his second year?
Third, fourth? What is this?
Third.
It's his second full year.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say dead yet, but this one, after, you saw the high last year in the rookie year. This is the low.
I mean, his high was the first race, but...
Well, I mean, he still finished 12th and got in the playoffs, right? That's pretty good for a full-time rookie.
Yeah, because he won the 500.
Yeah, it's...
last year he had a lot more top 10s, and it was a lot more up there running. I think he only had 5 this year. Versus last year he had at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 top 10. So yeah, definitely a step back.
Yeah, that's not what I'm arguing. For a rookie to finish 12th, you're happy with that as, but then to drop all the way to 24th this year is a huge step back, a huge sophomore slump. Right? Nothing was going this year. There's so on the site I'm looking at, they highlight basically outside the top 20 in blue, there's a lot of blue and purple. Purple's outside.
You could just say Wikipedia.
No, fuck them. They don't sponsor us.
God damn it. But yes, I'm looking at the exact same chart.
Yeah. But yeah, like again, it's going to be very much how does he respond next year? Like because again, you're in the same stable as the last two champions. You have a good car. Is this year just all bad luck and we just got it out of the way and next year come back strong and show that the rookie year is closer to what you can actually do and what your abilities are?
If he doesn't have a win next year, it's a bad year. He needs to make the playoffs. He has to.
Yeah. Or if he even has like a Blaney season from last year where you don't win, but you're constantly there in the top 5, top 10 all the time, take that too. Just show you can be competitive and be a playoff driver. If he's down in 24th or lower again, that's when you can say, yeah, maybe the experiment's over.
Okay, so we'll give him another year.
Yeah.
All in all for Team Penske?
It's hard to say below a 7 with the championship and another driver in the playoffs.
I was going to say an 8.
Yeah, 7.5.
You won.
8.
Like, if everyone was in the top 8, 10 out of 10 year.
Yeah.
One guy wins championship. One guy makes the playoffs. One guy steps back from his rookie season. There's stuff to build on there.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll repeat the same. Like, I don't know if they can repeat a win next year, but they can repeat maybe getting all drivers to the playoffs and maybe getting 2 out of the round of 16. So, we'll see how they do. All in all, 8 out of 10 for me for Penske.
There you go. All right, who do you want to tackle next?
I want to tackle.
Do we go to JGR?
That's
just
exactly.
hit all. I was gonna say hit all the manufacturers first.
But hit the 3 big guys who we expect to be there and who are perennial contenders for the championship. Those 3, and then we can comment here and there on some of the other guys who we have left off. But yeah, like for Joe Gibbs Racing, they used to be the powerhouse. They really were. They were winning all the time. The Toyotas under the last gen were one of the best packages. They're still good, but they haven't been able to get that championship in 5 years now? 4 years? So
they've been there every time.
Can get there at the end, but they haven't been able to close it off. They're still one of the top teams in the sport. Arguably, they're probably better than the other 2. They have, I would say, the best stable. They have great equipment. They have good leadership, surprisingly. But, oof.
Yeah, Truex Truex last won in 2017. I thought it was much more recent, but he's always been second.
Really? Oof.
Second in 2018, second in 2019, 7th in 2020, second in 2021. I thought he had one in there somewhere. That's rough. But at the same time, how do you get 2 guys to the last 8, or no, 3 guys to the last 8, or 1 to the last 4, and say it's a bad season?
Yeah,
that's the only, like, any other team. You're saying this is a fantastic way to end the season, just didn't go our way.
Who was who was the Gibbs worst guy?
Gibbs.
Yes.
And he was a rookie, and he won the Rookie of the Year trophy. So,
like, you can build off that. You didn't win, it didn't go your way. You still always were in there every single week. You had. Yeah. Like, again, I would say their season is similar to Penske. Like, I would say 8 out of 10.
Yep.
You didn't win, but everything else is going in the right direction.
Yep. Bell sort of like incomplete in the round of 4 just because of the mechanical failure. Like, you can't do anything about that. That's not on him.
And when's the last time we've seen a mechanical failure of a top 4 car in the championship? It hasn't happened. So just bad luck. And guess what? That happens.
Yep. Willing to give more to like Truex, who just completely fell off in the playoffs. Like, just disappeared. And then Hamlin just had good. He was like the best playoff driver pretty much the entire way. He just didn't get the win.
He's had that for the last 2 years.
Yep.
What happened to him last year?
Same thing.
He got meloned, and that's why he didn't make it.
Yep.
I appreciate Taylor's patience with all this.
I'm just, honestly, it's like listening to an audiobook when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Wow, we put you to sleep?
Wow.
No!
Jesus.
No. It's very, I'm learning a lot.
She's probably on TikTok the whole time. I ain't paying attention to us. Jesus
What?
Christ.
Okay. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm following.
Yeah. So I'll say 8 out of 10 for Joe Gibbs of a season.
Again, it's hard to have basically half of the round of 8 and say, yeah, you guys really fucked up this season.
Yeah.
So
I'll put a Joe Gibbs guy as my champion for next year. I feel like they're due.
And it'll be Chris Bell.
Money. Put money on it now. Okay. Anyone else you want to talk about? Quick little hits over the season, Steven?
Let's see. Who are our other playoff drivers? Oh, I know who I really wanted to hit was RFK. Because that team, I think you can give like they might make like an 8.5, a 9 out of 10, despite like where did Busher and Keselowski bow out? But Keselowski was
the K and RFK.
Yeah. Busher was round of 8.
And
Keselowski was 12. Round of 12. So, but with where that team was at the beginning of the season and through the first half of the season, which was nowhere, I think this team did a great job this year. And we even, like, I remember when we did our preview, it was like, well, Keselowski helped turn Penske around in one season, and they went from like back marker to one of the top teams over the course of the year. What are the chances he does it again? And lo and behold, they went from a team that didn't have anything to getting Chris Buescher 3 wins in the back half of the season. Like, I think this team did a great job this year.
I think they did well, yeah.
So I'd give them like 9. Okay, you know what? 9 might be a bit of a stretch. I'd give them 8, 8.5, considering the expectations and the performance on the first half of the season. The second half of the season, and it was also, so I think, partially a Ford thing, because the Fords seemed to pick it up a little bit in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But like to go from not really being anywhere to having Buescher win races and Keselowski being in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's a really good season for this team.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to a team that really was hoping for this year to end. Opposite side of the scale.
Legacy
Motor Club.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you. But like, it was a brutal year. You get new ownership with Jimmy Johnson coming in. You get the tragedy on that side of things as well. Like, rough year.
Yeah.
You get the Noah Gregson thing. And like, if I had a nickel for every time the 42 had a racial incident, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not much, but it's weird it's happened twice.
Jeez.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the good part of their season came with Carson Hovercar.
Yep.
I'm still going to say that. Like, he definitely helped, I guess, the good of that team and give them some hope. But yeah, it was a brutal year for them.
Well, and it was a lame duck manufacturer year, right? Like they said they were going to switch to Toyota. Chevy's not going to help them after you make that announcement.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So you can hope that they get some sort of resurgence next year as they make the change, and maybe with a smaller stable underneath that manufacturer group, they can get some more help. Because now they'll be a podium team within the manufacturer rather than just some other group that runs the bow tie.
And they're getting John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 next year.
Yep.
He had a very good season. So, again, they have, I think, hope for next year. But this year, they're happy it's over.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get me out of here.
Other teams who I think did kind of well, I want to give a quick hit to. Anyway, for Legacy, I'll say 2 out of 10 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trackhouse, decent year.
Yeah, Justine was great until he got called out by his owner.
Yep. So 6 out of 10 there.
Yep.
And I'd probably say 23-11.
A plus. We did. I don't know if we mentioned this last time. A plus for the wrap job on
Both
Bubba's
cars.
car.
Both cars.
Mainly Bubba's car.
The X-Wing, yeah.
Yeah. The X-Wing with the Mark Hamill announcement. A plus.
They don't have the on-track consistency yet. The marketing side of that team is fucking fantastic. 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10 on track. So 7 out of 10 all around.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's kind of all I got. Oh, and Stuart Haas, good career for Kevin Harvick.
Yeah.
Kind of ended on a whimper.
Like a little bit, but like looking at how he did the season before too, it was sort of like, The regular season was resurgence of the old guys,
Yeah.
and Harvick had a really good regular season. It just didn't go his way for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Without looking, Steven, last bit of NASCAR stuff to touch. What manufacturer had the most wins?
I want to say Chevy right off the bat, just because Byron had 6 and Larson had like 3.
That you are correct. How many total did they have?
Well, that's 9 right there. I'm trying
here's the
not
thing.
to look.
It's a 36 race calendar.
Yeah, I'm trying not to look because I have the NASCAR driver standings, and they have the bow ties next to them. I'm
I
gonna
see.
say 12.
18.
18.
Chevy won half the races in NASCAR last year.
Okay, Chastain had 2. Who else? Allmendinger had 1.
And the other 2 were the Hendricks. So again, back to the Hendrick being a failure of a season.
Larson had 4. Okay. Yeah.
You win almost half the races with your team, and you don't win a championship. Yeah, that's a failure. Straight up failure. You go into the last race basically with a 50-50 chance of winning, and Chevys don't come away with the championship. Failure.
Well,
Failure.
they had so they had
It's a
just
failure.
over. They had like 27% of the wins between those 2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27% of the wins. 28 if you want to round up to.
Always round up. Steven, we always round up.
It's 27.7%.
That's why I'm 6 feet.
7. Yeah, okay. I think you round down. The hairline
depends
rounds
where
you
we're
down.
Depends what we're measuring. It's either round up or round down.
You round down.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to lie to myself. It's fine. Anyway, on to Vegas.
On to Vegas.
On to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Otherwise, Taylor's going to fall asleep.
Yeah, Taylor,
I'm so good.
yeah, back in here to finish up with Vegas. What do we expect this weekend in Vegas?
Oh, a shit show.
Let's go over what we know. It's already expected to be the coldest race ever.
Who the fuck didn't do this research?
F1.
So it's going to be the coldest race ever. They're literally
Ticket
begging
prices.
people to
Yep.
get there. Ticket prices have already fallen, like, what, at least 50%?
Depends on which ones, but yes. Like, I think it was, what was it? The general admission had fallen like 55%, but the club ones, they were trying to still keep them up there to see if they could entice some more people to buy those.
Yeah, there's a company hiring people to be F1 fans.
I'm literally looking for like tickets right now, just to see what a price is. But anyway,
It's bad. But apparently everybody thinks that this is going to be the best race of the season.
Yeah, I don't really get why there's a huge boost, but maybe it's the fact that they don't have ticket sales that they're trying to get the
hype.
last second hype going.
There's so much availability. Wow. Anyway. Remember when we were trying to get tickets for the Canadian Grand Prix and they're out in like fucking 5 minutes?
Yeah, because they weren't stupidly priced.
Because they're like decently priced.
It's still expensive, but still gone very fast. Yeah. This Vegas race, the track looks like a pig, which I love how everyone's bringing that up.
Spider pig, spider pig.
So
does whatever it does.
That's wonderful.
That's what it looks like.
It does. The best thing it has going for it is the curbs. And I guess the
right.
The curbs are cool. Little roulette wheels on the curbs. So
yeah,
they're
cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
Steven, we're not going to talk about roulette.
No. Don't worry about it. We'll tell you later.
Yeah, don't worry, Taylor.
Okay.
What do you think of the actual temperature of this? It's supposed to be cold as fuck because again, F1 didn't do its research. What do you mean it gets cold in the desert?
At night, at middle of the night,
it's like
when the sun's been gone.
Why didn't you just make this a during the day race? Why did we have to make this a night race? Oh, right, because of the strip. We have to see the lights on the strip.
Yeah. Would have been nice to be like a 7 o'clock start, maybe. Some heat.
The sunset.
Yeah.
Not 10 o'clock at night.
Or if you really, really want the night race, find some way to put it in the summer. What a thought.
Listen, this is stupidity upon stupidity, but we're just gonna roll with it, okay? And at this point, I'm excited to see just what the fuck's gonna happen in the race. Because again, you have freezing cold tires, stupid ass long straights with long braking zones. So tires are gonna get really heated and then really cool down. There's going to be a red flag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be some kind of fireworks in Vegas. Heyo. And yeah,
it's gonna be terrible.
I'm looking forward to the shit show. I know I talked about even with Sarah I don't know if I want to stay up for this. It's late, yada yada. The more I think of all the bullshit, I'm kind of I kind of want to see what happens.
Honestly, I actually might stay up for this just to see what kind of bullshit's gonna happen, because it is gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen. Either it's gonna be some stupid, insane gimmick to even start the race.
They're bringing back the driver introductions.
You know what? That I don't hate.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I don't love it. I don't hate it though. It is a little more fun thing, and it is more of an American thing because we do that every weekend at NASCAR. So
that's true.
Are you gonna go, Sean?
I'm worried this is gonna become a 2005 USA Grand Prix situation.
Which was what? Explain.
That was the one where they basically had to call the race, or it's gonna be something similar to what we had. What was it, a few weeks ago in Qatar, where you can only do X number of laps on your tires. Yeah. I'm worried some bullshit like that is going to happen in this race, because with the cold temperatures, them not knowing, they're either going to bail on this event last minute or say it's going to have to go through. I don't want to say someone's going to die because that seems very dramatic, but this is exactly those kind of scenarios where it's we've done all this for the money. We see now as we are here, this is not very safe, but we can't pull out now. This has evil, greedy, billionaire twirling mustache story behind it. Does it not feel that way?
A little bit. But because everyone at the same time is saying F1, you're wrong, this is going to go horrible, it'll go off completely fine. And nothing bad will happen, and we will do this all again next year.
And Max wins.
And when everyone next year is you know what, maybe we were a little ahead of ourselves with, it's going to go horribly, someone's going to die or get injured or whatever. Last year it was fine. It's going to be fine this year. That's when it'll go bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but we'll see. We won't know until Sunday at 1 a.m.
Taylor, what were you going to say?
What was I gonna say?
You were going to say something, and then I went, and Steven went. Now you're just kind of sitting there looking confused.
I don't remember. I actually don't remember what I was gonna say now.
Well.
Yeah, no, it's gone. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Poof.
The brain cell has left.
Do we want to make predictions for a podium, for a top 3?
Yes.
For pole?
Yes. Okay, but they have to, in the spirit of Vegas being Vegas, they have to be bold predictions.
Done.
I think they can only be bold predictions because, like, I feel like anything can really happen in this race. So the bolder, the better. So Lance Stroll's gonna win this race.
Motherfucker! I was gonna say Stroll on pole. Okay, so I feel like you're stealing my
Stroll
thunder.
on pole.
Or if you're gonna say Stroll wins the race, I'll say a Brit wins the race.
Okay, you can't just say a Brit wins the race. That's not a bold prediction. Be specific. Albon wins the race.
He's not a Brit, he's Ty.
Oh, no, he's Ty. Yeah.
Okay. Here. I'll go bold. One bold?
Go bold.
Bottas podium.
Ooh, that is bold. Okay, I like it.
Anywhere
I
or
like
specific
it.
spot? Because I sort of set this up like we were. Okay, I'm going to put him third for you, just because that's probably also somewhat realistic.
Yeah.
It's also somewhat grounded in realism.
Ferrari double DNF.
I like that.
No, that's actually realistic. Why?
Actually, yeah, that's not very bold, Sean.
It's not bold.
Okay, if I'm building the parlay, okay.
Okay,
I got the
Mercedes double DNF.
that's fine too.
Okay, fine. I'll say Lewis wins.
Okay,
Ew,
there you go. That's
still not bold.
Lewis wins.
The way the Mercedes is this year, that's pretty bold.
Not lately. They've been decently consistent and up there in the top like
they were
5
the
or
fourth
so.
Okay.
They were the fourth best car last week.
Lewis, Stroll, Bottas podium.
Lewis, Stroll, Bottas.
That is
Spicy.
odd. Okay.
Okay,
Taylor,
so I
you
said
had-
Stroll.
Yeah, we need
winning.
we need the rest of your podium and someone on pole.
Okay, so Stroll wins. It's like the most ridiculous bold prediction, but why not?
Could you imagine him winning and just in the city with so much personality? It's just like him. Hey.
How's
So
it feel like
good.
we get your first ever win?
I
You
feel
know, it
pretty
feels
good.
all right. Feels
2
pretty
thumbs
good.
up.
Glad we got there in the
He's
end.
honestly, I swear he's such a stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he is.
Oh. Anyway. Sorry,
Okay, so second, I'm gonna say, who to choose?
Just say Max, you coward.
Ew, no. Oh, Red Bull double DNF. Anyway, I'll go.
That would be
with-
bold.
That
Mhm.
would be bold. I might go with that. Russell. We'll go with Russell second. I'll go with the other Mercedes.
Okay,
Why not?
Okay.
And third, I'll go with Joe. The other Alfa Romeo. Whatever it's going to be next
Okay,
year.
I feel like she's just copying me. Can I get like some kind of like a
No, didn't. Technically, no.
Okay.
Oh,
and
right.
Who's
and
on
I have
pole?
to choose on pole.
If you
Leclerc, and then he bins it.
You know, if you were gonna say Alonso, I was really gonna come over there and slap you. So like, I'll take Leclerc.
And how do I make it bold but also
Win.
away from
Different.
Well,
Listen,
also pull it away from yours.
we don't have to be
You're-
right. Also, like it's
No.
bold. It's fun.
No, it's
No.
not going to be right.
Because it's not overly bold, but I do want to say this feels like a good time for Norris to get his first win ever.
I think the most bold prediction we could actually make to come true is a Red Bull 1-2.
That's true.
At this point, yes.
Checo actually has a second place performance.
No, it's a Red Bull 1-2, and Checo's first.
Okay, settle down.
That is bold.
That's impossible.
No,
because
the team in the last half would be like, Checo, let Max pass.
no. Okay, let's double down on it. It's a
Oh,
Red
boy.
Bull 1-2. Checo is first, and it's because of strategy.
That is like the most impossible prediction. Because no way.
So they
That is the boldest of the
gamble and
bold.
lose.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Hey.
But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna stick with my Norris gets his first win finally.
I feel like that's not a bold prediction, but okay.
No, it's not overly bold. That's what I mean. It's not
You can
overly
go
bold.
bolder.
But
Logan Sargent on
No.
pole.
no, but you know who I was gonna stick on the podium was the man who loves America, despite being born about as far away as possible in Australia. I'm gonna put Danny Rick on the podium.
Okay, I like
That's
that. I like that.
bold. Okay. The AlphaTauris have been good, so that's
They've been sneaky good. Let's see it.
They changed
the
the
man loves
rear
America.
suspension, so
He's got some America bonus
okay.
because he loves his Americana. And then
Doesn't
second,
he love Vegas too? Doesn't he have a house
Yes.
in Vegas?
he likes Texas more, I think, because he has the yeehaw cowboy energy every time he comes to Coda.
True. I feel like he also has a house in Las Vegas though.
Yeah,
Okay,
that would
so
make sense too.
Ricardo podium.
Who can I stick second that's somewhat bold? That isn't Russell or Stroll. Who hasn't had a great season that I can just sort of randomly stick in there? That would also somewhat make sense. You know what? Fuck it. We'll go Gasly. Why not?
Okay. Bold. That
And
is
then-
bold.
Ocon on pole. Why not? Why not?
Oh, why
He can-
not?
He can get a fucking penalty from pole for not knowing where to line up or something. Gotta always have a 5-second penalty for Ocon.
Of course.
So here I was thinking you're gonna have like Guan Yu Zhou be on podium or something.
No, that was Taylor. Taylor already had it.
Yeah, I guess.
If I didn't have Ricardo already there, I was gonna say Yuki.
Mm.
Ooh, double
Double
podium for AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri.
Double AlphaTauri podium is a little too bold for my taste.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, I'm going to double down on my Red Bull double DNF prediction.
One more question for the predictions also. Does anyone get married at the track?
Oh, right, that
That's-
whole
Because they have
thing.
the chapel
So
there.
Stupid.
You should have waited 2 weeks. Damn it!
What a
You could have
gimmick.
taken all the money you spent on the fucking wedding and just gotten married in Vegas and had tickets for cheap.
You don't think I
For
proposed this idea?
Oh, I know you did. Pretty sure I tried to back you up on it too.
Yeah, I got shot down.
Of course you did.
But now with the discounted tickets,
Ooh.
it can still
Okay.
happen. You could
Well-
just say fuck it and do it again.
Steve, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh.
Wanna go get married?
Hey. They allow that in Vegas? I assume so, right? Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows?
It's
Oh,
America
Nevadas.
it's America and F1, so I'm very on if we'd survive.
That's also fair.
Pretty sure y'all will be fine, but no, I don't think there's enough people there that they'll have a marriage. If they do, it's going to be hilarious.
Someone will. They've already put too much PR into having a chapel. They will
Fair.
100% have like a line of people just saying, "I got married at an F1 event." Yay!
Or they already know that people have like signed up for it or something.
I guess we'll see. I'm gonna say yes. Someone gets married.
Yeah, but do they get married mid-race?
Ooh, I'm gonna say at some point over the weekend, and like Martin Brundle's gonna be there, like doing a segment beside them.
Oh,
Brundle's
I
just
want to.
there interviewing like everybody that gets married.
Yeah, it's not the grid walk; it's the chapel walk or something. It's like, how long have you known each other? 6 hours. She told me she loved me.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Final Vegas question to you guys. Which corner name is your favorite?
Oh, I saw some of these. Damn it.
I didn't see any of these, so we're gonna have
Just
to name them.
look up the racetrack, Taylor. Go on your phone.
Okay.
Look up.
I'm allowed to go on my phone?
Yes, it's fine. I'll allow it. Just look up Las Vegas Grand Prix track and find the map with the corner names on there.
I did like the one someone had redone it with a whole bunch of different
Actual-
things, and it was just all of
MSG Sphere.
it was
There
all
you
of
go.
the like different parts of the pig. Like turn 11 and 12 is just snout.
The snout.
That's fun.
I think the main straight after the start finish was bacon, the bacon straight
Oh.
or the bacon strip.
Like the underbelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
for
names
me,
are dog shit.
I'm inclined to say Topgolf is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say these look more just like
What's there?
I think they're just
landmarks
what's
and
there?
and intersections. I didn't know if I was looking at the right thing, but yeah, I guess Topgolf.
I think it's.
I don't know.
The elevated monorail.
I don't know.
Elevated monorail.
I really like the Harbor Island Apartments.
Some of
The
these are
land-
going to
in a-
stick as the
Fashion
name.
Show Mall.
You realize that
Wait.
some of these are going to stick as the actual corner names.
Yeah. Wait, Harbor Island Apartments in a landlocked state. They're doing a fake harbor again. Fuck.
Are they actually?
Fuckers.
Ooh, oh boy,
It wouldn't surprise me.
that's unfortunate.
I feel like the snout is better.
The snout would be
I
a good
prefer
one.
the snout.
Yeah, just go with the anatomy of a pig.
Yeah, they
names.
go into the snout, down the strip, into the tail, through Topgolf. So it still has to be called Topgolf. That's just fun.
keep Topgolf.
Just keep Topgolf as turn
Is that
17.
is there a
What
runoff
the
area?
fuck?
Is there a runoff area for 14 that is just like a little squiggly?
Oh, it'll be a little chicane. It'll be so yeah. It'll be a fake, like a little squiggly thing. This
This
is
is gonna suck.
this is gonna be fucking hilarious.
This is gonna be so bad. Oh boy.
And on that joyous note, I think that's all for this week. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We will reconvene next week to talk all about what. Oh God, Stephen, what is it? You're dying.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine. Anyway, and on that note, thank you very much. We'll be back next week, and we'll see how Vegas goes. Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spare Parts Racing podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.